up, everybody? So today we're going to do another hobby talk video. And by the way, if you like these hobby talk videos and you think they're informative or you feel like they're informative, give me a thumbs up. That's all I ask for, guys. So I recently came across a card lot auction. Okay, what was inside of it? A 1957 Topps Warren Spahn, a 1958 Topps Ted Williams, and a 1959 Topps Yogi Berra. Wow, 3 sluggers all in one auction. That auction sold for $97. Wow. Now, before I go any further than that, I want you guys to pause the video. Let me know if that's a good deal or if that's a bad deal, okay? And then at the end of the video, I want you guys to leave me another comment underneath your comment. Don't edit it, man. No cheating, guys. No cheating. Let me know what you guys think, if that was a good deal or a bad deal towards the end of the video. If you guys don't mind, this is Hobby Talk, okay? This is all we're doing, Hobby Talk. So, we came across an auction lot. Ted Williams, Warren Spahn, Yogi Berra, late 50s Topps cards, sold for $97. Now, let me tell you guys what I think, but before I do that, let's calculate how I would calculate and throw a bid on that auction, and then I'll let you guys know if that is a good price. So, come follow me. Alright guys, so this is the listing for the auction style lot that I saw. They had Warren Spahn, Ted Williams, and Yogi Berra. The description says 1950s Topps Hall of Fame lot, Spahn, Ted Williams, Yogi, collection for sale. And it sold for $97. 3 bangers in one auction. Wow, that's a good price. Or is it? Well, let's look at some numbers. We'll start off with the Warren Spahn. How about that? Okay, so let's look at the 1957 Topps Warren Spahn. First, you have some nice bright colors. I don't see any creases on this card. And the corners are pretty sharp. 4 sharp corners, okay? Let's look at the back. The back looks pretty decent, I would say. I would say this would be maybe like a very good plus, excellent. Would you guys agree or disagree? I don't know. To me, that's what it looks like. We're not talking about grading. We're just talking about visual. Okay, to me, this looks like a very good plus, excellent. Let's look at some of the auctions sold listings. First, you got one for $14.50, another one for $19.95, and another one for $17 even. Okay, I resembled this card as close as I can to the ones that were sold. And to be fair, let's just say we can find a nice even copy for about $20. That's pretty fair to say, right? So, we're $20 in this $97 auction. Let's look at the 1959 Topps Yogi Berra. And the first thing I want to point out is the centering. It's quite impressive. I like it. It looks like it's well centered, right? The corners, I'd say they're semi-soft. Okay, nothing too crazy. There's a nice little crease right there where it says Yo on the Yogi. And the coloring, well, the coloring looks like it's kind of faded with some flex to it. Okay, let's look at the back. The back looks pretty decent, nothing too crazy. It looks far better in the back than it does in the front. I would like to say the 1959 Topps Yogi Berra is probably a good, nothing better than that. Maybe a very good if I want to be generous, but for sure a good. Nothing more than that. So, let's look at some of the sold listings on eBay on 1959 Topps Yogi Berra. You can find some for $12.50. Another one sold for $18.50, and another one sold for $17.50. So, to be fair, let's say we can find a nice little copy of a 1959 Topps card, Yogi Berra, for about $15. I'd say that's pretty fair, right guys? So far, we're at $20 in on the Warren Spahn, and then now we are $15 in the Yogi Berra. Let's look at the Ted Williams. That's the card that we all want to see, right guys? That's the reason why we're bidding on this auction, because there's a 1958 Topps Ted Williams card in this auction. So, what do I see? First of all, it's off-centered, okay? To me, I don't really care about cards that are off-centered. You know, to each their own. If I can get them centered, perfect. But off-centered, it does not bother me at all. The corners, they look like they're semi-soft and semi-sharp, okay? I see one that's really soft and one that's kind of sharp but not really sharp, okay? Semi-soft, semi-sharp. Okay, the colors are nice and bright. I can dig that. I do see some creasing on the outfield and another one right there where it says Red Sox. Okay, let's look at the back. The back looks, well, let's just say the front looks better. It looks good in the back, but not that good. Not as good as the front. Okay, so I would say this card is probably a very good. Nothing more than that. It's definitely not a very good plus. It's better than a good. Looks way better than the Yogi Berra, but not as good as the Warren Spahn, let's just say that. So, let's look at some of the sold items for 1958 Topps Ted Williams. As you can see, a Ted Williams card sells for about $55. So let's just say somewhere between $50 and $60. Now you can actually find them a little bit cheaper, but those are the beaters, the ones where people are eating them or putting them in their spokes or stepping on them, or just really having fun with them, if you know what I mean. So to be generous, let's just say we can find a nice little hard copy of a 1958 Topps Ted Williams for $55. Now we're at $20 in Warren Spahn, we are $15 in Yogi Berra, and now we are $55 in a Ted Williams. That is a total of $90. This auction sold for $97. Okay, is that a good deal? Alright guys, so after showing you guys how I calculate cards and throw bids on auctions, now do you guys think that's still a good deal? Because I don't think that's a good deal. It's not a bad deal, but it's a fair deal. The max bid that I would have thrown in that auction would have been $90. Now, the person who bought that for $97, again, they did not get a good deal, but they did not get a bad deal. They got a very fair deal. We can both say that. However, I do feel like if this guy would have, or woman, if they would have bought these cards individually, like for example, the Warren Spahn that looks like it's excellent, if he would have bought that card individually with the Yogi and the Ted Williams, I think they could have gotten, not he, but they could have gotten a better deal rather than the auctions that they just won. Because those other cards, the Ted Williams and the Yogi Berra, they look like they were good, nothing better than that. Being generous, let's just say a very good, but for the most part, that auction style was probably like a good, and yeah, I don't feel like they got a good deal, but again, they didn't get a bad deal, they got a fair deal. Now, I was looking at that auction for a week, and I saw it slowly creeping up to like in the $80, $90, and that's when I said, nope, I am not going to throw a bid on it, because if it was still like in the $30, $40 range, I definitely would have been interested in that. And that being said, this guy also had some pretty banging auctions in which I won. That's the only one that I didn't win or even throw a bid on. These other ones I threw a bid on and I won them. And man, wait until I show you guys that on another video. So, this is Hobby Talk. Let me know what you guys think. Good deal, bad deal? I don't know. To each their own. Maybe you might find that an awesome deal. So, see you guys all later. Toodles.